Welcome to Practicing HR 1.0. Challenge number 3 that organizations face is to retrain right. To do that, it is important to build the foundation to train the workforce in the right manner. To do this, there are 3 basic elements. The first is the right induction for new joinees. The second element is reskilling and upskilling the workforce in the right manner. And finally, the third element is putting in place right talent management processes. Together, these 3 elements build the foundation of the organization to retrain the workforce. Some of the new methodologies is the workbook training, which is a self-learning method, and digital modules, which is extremely relevant in today's context. Both of these supplement the traditional workshops and classroom sessions and need to be supported by the necessary systems and structures within the organization. So let us start with workbook training methodology. The workbook is a self-learning method and provides a day-by-day guide of the learning steps. There are steps in creating the workbook. The first step is to create the content list. This is actually an index for all the learning areas and is put together by the different stakeholders, and the purpose is really to drive stakeholder alignment. The process is through discussion and deliberation. The second important part is to detail out each of these learning areas. This again is achieved through discussion of different perspectives and point of views, but the main purpose is to focus on the priority areas that impact workforce performance. The second step is content generation. This too is a facilitated process where the facilitator works with different stakeholders to generate the content based on certain templates. The first template is the knowledge block. This outlines the learning objectives, the content details, and the key takeaways for each of the learning areas. This is supported by exercises to reinforce learning, and these are used the skill exercise template. Finally, what is important is on-the-job experience, and that too is templatized through the on-the-job checklist. These templates help in generating the right kind of content. The third step is actually learning retention or reinforcing the learning that has been completed. For this, there are various kinds of practice templates. We will talk about 2 over here. One is the action planning template and the second is the evaluation template. Action planning helps in reinforcing the learning by the learner concluding on the action areas after each of the learning segments. Evaluation is knowledge checks where the learning is assessed and the skill level is assessed. These together are the 5 dimensions which help in creating the workbook. The first is purpose, second is putting the knowledge blocks together, then the skill exercises, then the practice templates, and finally feedback and evaluation for the development of the candidate. All this is done through a facilitation process. At the end, we would have achieved in creating a workbook. This can be manual or digital. This can be for different purposes: induction, standardizing work practices in the organization, SOP training. It can be also for different processes like the sales process, information technology, or the supply chain and logistics processes. It can be applied across industries. Now, to know more, do subscribe to Forefront Talent Solutions at www.forefront.in.